Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be my update for my palette of the month. Now, I have not been very inspired to use this palette, and honestly I probably only used it like twice. So the reason I started this palette of the month series really was to make sure I'm rotating through my palettes and really getting love out of them. But right now I do have a couple of eyeshadow palettes in Project Pans, and before I didn't really pan eyeshadows because that just didn't really work for me and it was too overwhelming. So that's part of the reason why I started this palette of the month series. But now I feel like since I do have a couple eyeshadows thrown into Project Pans along with other products, I feel like the palette of the month series is not really necessary, and I also find myself just wanting to use specific palettes in my collection and not having to focus on like a palette of the month because I was feeling kind of forced to use my palette of the month a lot. So anyway, last month's palette was the Milani Pure Passion palette, and this is a really beautiful warm tone neutral everyday palette. So I did get some use out of this and I did use it a couple of times. But it is a beautiful palette and I love the formula, but it had nothing to do with the palette. It was really just the palette of the month concept. I didn't feel like inspired to use it as much because I wanted to reach for my palettes in my Project Pans to get use out of those and really make a lot of progress on those, so I wasn't dipping into this as much. But this is a really beautiful palette and I would definitely really recommend it. I believe these are on sale on the Milani website, and if they even still have them, because I think they are being discontinued, but these are a really good drugstore, inexpensive, good quality eyeshadow palette, and they also have like a cooler toned one and I think like an all matte one. So if you're looking for a good everyday drugstore palette, I would definitely recommend this, especially if you like warm tones, or like I said, they do have other options. So I did really love this palette. But as for my palette of the month series, I think for now I'm going to stop it. So I'm not going to be choosing a palette for the month of October. What month are we even in? I don't know. So also I am going to be going away to live with my sister for a couple of months, so I don't want to be too overwhelmed in having to bring so much makeup and feel like I'm being forced to bring all this makeup with me because they're in projects. So yeah, I think for now I'm going to stop the palette of the month series, but let me know if you have any good like eyeshadow usage type, not necessarily Project Pans, but eyeshadow projects almost that I could do in 2021, because I tried the eyeshadow panning, why am I blanking right now? Eyeshadow pan roulette, is that what it's called? Where basically you pick 6 shadows and you just try to hit pan on as many eyeshadows in your collection as you can, and that was just very overwhelming. So I find that it's better for me to put like one eyeshadow palette in a project that also has a bunch of other different makeup products, not just a solely focused eyeshadow project pan, because I feel like that's very overwhelming. But let me know if you have any good video ideas that will help me to like rotate through my eyeshadow palettes more. But I also can incorporate this sort of just into the projects I already do, like my Shop My Stash is really helpful for rotating through my products. And also just like I said, other random Project Pans that I'm doing. So I know this was a very, very short update, but I just wanted to get this up and let you know that I'm not going to be doing this series anymore. But please leave any ideas down below that you have for any projects involving eyeshadows, or even any Project Pans at all, because I would really like to know your ideas and your thoughts on this. So I'm also looking for other Project Pans to start in 2021 and kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing for my Project Pans in 2021. But also I do a lot of other Project Pans, so if you want to see more Project Pan content and kind of Shop My Stash style videos, I also have done a bunch of declutters. So I will have all those playlists linked down below in my description box. And also if you're looking for any of that kind of content, you can always go to the playlist on my channel, and I have them all kind of organized by category. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't know, it was kind of entertaining, and hopefully we can start a conversation down below in the comments. But I do post new videos 3 to 4 times a week, so if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.